So here we are tonight at the opening of Bill Sanders' exhibit here at Open Ground Studios. Bill Sanders is a personal inspiration to me, and I'm sure everybody who gets to come and see his work. I studied illustration in college, and I actually went back and looked through some of my notes, and in our history of illustration class, I don't know if you knew this, Denise, but we studied your dad. A group of us from the studio had the chance a week ago to interview Bill via Skype, and so I kind of edited that together to present a little piece for you guys tonight so you could hear him talk about his work.
I really do appreciate this exhibit, and I particularly appreciate those people who take the time out to come and look at it. I hope they could get something out of it useful for a look back at the history that they're getting the tail end of right now. Part of what you see in this exhibit is leading up to where we are right now politically. What you basically do is try to keep on top of current events and current issues.
So this show would be awesome if anybody had curated it, but I think that it does make it especially poignant and meaningful and wonderful to know that this was all so lovingly organized and put together by the artist's own daughter. I am so lucky to have gotten to know Denese within the last few months as an incredible artist in her own right. Teacher, community organizer. I'm sure a lot of you here know her in all of these different ways. And as we heard her father himself say, he is very proud of her, and we should all be too to have her as a part of our community. So I'm going to introduce her now. Denese Sanders.
So I just wanted to say a couple things about this show and how it came about and how I feel about it. I know you all recognize this is a really personal exhibit, but it's also a really social exhibit, and I grew up with this, and you can take it for granted if you want, but over the course of my adulthood, I've become more and more appreciative of what he did in his career. I really wanted to be able to share what the body of work looks like, because you might see a cartoon here and there from different cartoonists around the country that you might like or that you might follow, but to see the level that he did during the course of his career is really phenomenal. For me, what really resonated with me were these issues that I find really important: women's rights, gun control, civil rights. And then I was really struck by all these cartoons that had never been dealt with, these issues. There's so many relevant things happening in our society today that he talked about 20 years ago, 30 years ago, and God, 50 years ago, that he was a forerunner in talking about. Ultimately, in the last week or two, I've just been going deeper and deeper into understanding what this means. And for me personally, he's my father, this is my history, so there's something really, big about that. Today, in today's world, it's a tweet. It's a second. And during those 20 years, that cartoon was the tweet. And it was gigantic. It was image, it was text, and it had meaning. And that's the power of art, in my mind. Thank you so much for coming.
I don't have any idea how proud this makes me of you to hear you be so articulate about what the cartoons are about and what the issues are about. It just makes my whole heart burst. I hope that occasionally you're irritated by what you see on the wall, but not so much that you will abandon all hope.